Here we go, yo. We're going to be continuing on in example number 4, and we're going to be doing also example number 5 in section 3.4. So write this hairy guy down right here, and basically we're taking all the properties that we learned in 3.2 and in 3.3, and now we're solving these guys. So if you don't know your properties, you're going to do very poorly on this, so always be reviewing your properties. Our goal right here is to solve for t, right? So let's go ahead and get rid of a few items such as our -4 and our 2, and then we can start dealing with our exponent. So let's go ahead and first add 4 to both sides. So I'm going to go ahead and do 2 times 3 to the 2t minus 5 equals 15. Okay, so like all I did was I added 4 to both sides. Now let's go ahead and get rid of the 2 by dividing by 2 on both sides. So 3 to the power of 2t minus 5 equals 15 halves. Okay, so this is now where we get to the crunchy part now. We want to solve for t, right? Okay, and we can do this different ways here. Okay, we can either, let's see here. Let's go ahead and get rid of our 3, right, by taking the log. Okay, let's take the log of both sides, but very importantly, we're going to take the log base 3. And the reason why that I'm going to say a base 3 is because these guys are going to cancel out then. Okay, so I'm going to take the log of this side as well with the base 3. And I guess maybe I should have wrote it down here, but that's what we're doing now. We're going to go ahead and take the log of 3 of both sides because we know that by one of our properties, cha, those guys are gone. And now we can go ahead and bring this down. So we get 2t minus 5 equals the log base 3 of 15 halves. And we're going to add 5 to both sides. So 2t equals, we're going to add 5 here. So 5 plus the log, base 3 of 15 halves. Crunchy? Yes, crunchy for sure. And then we're going to go ahead and divide by 2, or that's the same thing as multiplying by a half. So I'm going to multiply the entire thing by half. So I'm just going to come over here. Okay, so I'm going to take this. So that's gone. So we have t equals 5 times a half. That's going to give us our 5 halves. And then plus right here, multiply this whole logarithm by a half. So we're going to have a half times log base 3 of 15 over 2. Okay, so this as crunchy and as hairy and as crusty as that looks. Yeah, that probably always freaks you out. So we're there. But as weird as this looks, this is the precise answer. But if you're ever asked to write this in a decimal form, you're going to have to be able to do this in your calculator. So if you are going to do this in your calculator, you could do this right here, right? Like you can put 5 halves plus a half. But the question is, how do we do this in our calculator? Can't you do the change of base formula, right? So just go ahead. What you do is you put times log of 15 halves over log of 3. So this is just the change of base formula. So if you were to put like all of this right here in your calculator, the answer that you should derive is going to be 3.42. So t is going to be approximately 3.42. Okay? Please do that on your calculator, and if you're not getting this, then you're probably doing something wrong as far as maybe your parentheses, and then you can ask that in class. Okay?